Hey everybody, it's Corey from Tabletop Table Talk, and today I want to cover my free RPG Day hauls. So the first thing is I want to cover is my shop does it that you get two initial picks. So everybody gets two things no matter what, and from there, for every $20 you spend, you get an additional pick. I got a total of 9 picks total, counting the two free ones. So I'm just gonna jump right into this. The first thing I got is my favorite game ever is City of Mist. So I had to get Legend in the Mist. This is really cool. This is a very cool way that they did things. So these automatically come detached. So these are the status cards. These are the tracking cards. The way that this game works is that instead of regular combat, you give statuses to people. Like you can give like poison 3, and then that character or item would be knocked out of the scene. Because it feels very cinematic gameplay. And then they gave you detached characters already. This is something that Son of Oak does a lot, is by giving you pre-gen characters on like a poster. So in the City Mist starter box, it was a nice laminated poster. This is thin paper, but this is still something, if you want to frame it and put it up, is cool. And they give you a male and a female variant of each of the characters. I'm not going to cover all the characters. I'm just holding one up and show you. You have your picture over here, and then you have your stats across the bottom here. So that's really cool. And it gave you a total of 3 characters, which I thought was weird because most game groups are 5 people. You have that one. I'm going to show them all. I'm not going to cover them all. And then you have the apple picker. So those are the City of Mist. Well, Legend in the Mist, Son of Oak. And then the next one is also by Son of Oak Games. This is Otherscape. I believe it's like a dystopian cyberpunk Mist game. So they kind of did the same thing here, but I like these character sheets a little bit better because it harkens back to the City of Mist style sheets, where on one side of it is just a straight up poster. If you're a nerd like me and you like artwork and you would hang up cool artwork like this, like I would frame this and hang this up. Whenever we play like Otherscape, I would hang these all over my game room. And then on the back, it has all your stats. So I like that a lot better. And they did all 3 characters like that. I'm not going to show all 3 of them. All 3 of their stats. Oh, they have Unagi. Ooh. Unagi. And then they also have... Sorry about that. There's a car out there. Then they also have Genji. So, they also did tracking cards for this one. I want to show this off because they look really cool. I think I like these ones better than the other ones. They did these really cool purple fade tracking cards, and I think they look really badass. So that was my pickups 1 and 2. So then after that, I was like, well, I have to buy some stuff so I can get some more picks. So one thing that I always need, my dice have been rolling bad lately, so I figured maybe I need some new dice. Excuse to get new dice. So I ended up picking up these Chess X. I really only use Chess X dice anymore. My hot take is that metal dice are overrated, and you're paying for the components, not for the quality. So I ended up picking up these Speckled Lotus Chess X dice. These look really cool. It's kind of hard to see. Let me put my hand there and see if I can get the camera to focus a little bit. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see on the camera, but they have little red and orange specks all over them with 3 numbers, and they look really cool. Then, as far as RPG dice go again, I ended up getting these Vortex Bright Green and Black Chess X dice. These looked really cool, too. These ones my wife really liked, so I went ahead and picked these ones up. And then I ended up getting a cube of D6s. These are Speckled Earth, and they look really awesome. They also have, you can see them a little bit better because of the color contrast, but they have black and red specks all over them. I think they look really cool. Now we're going to get into book purchases. So I have 2 groups that I game with. One group games about an hour away from where I live. We mostly play first edition Pathfinder. And surprisingly, I was able to find a first edition Pathfinder book. The Heroes of Galarion. This is the second RPG Day 2 years in a row that I found a first edition Pathfinder book amongst their stuff. The first one was I found the player strategy guide, which is nice. My wife's been using that to help make her druid. But this is really cool. It has a ton of like lore, and it has some player options, and it's a nice thin book, so it won't take up a lot of space on my shelf. That's always a good thing too, because shelf space, I'm kind of running out with the amount of RPG stuff I buy. So that was my first purchase. I think I paid like $15 for this. Not bad at all. Not bad at all for player companions. I won't complain about that at all. Then my big purchase was Shadowrun 6th World. I've never played Shadowrun before. It had always been on my list. It had always been something I wanted to play. And this looks like it's City Edition Berlin. So I was reading the setting for this one is Berlin. I don't know if there's other. I don't know anything about Shadowrun. There could be other, I believe, core rule books that have different worlds. I don't know. I have some older Shadow World content that takes place in like America. So this is definitely something I'm excited to get to the table. And this is a whole, big core rule book. They have all the supplements at my game store. So if we like this, I'm going to be investing heavy into this game. It seems like a lot of fun. I skimmed the rule book on the ride home. So it seems like a lot of fun. I'm excited to play it. I went ahead and paid $50 for this. So we'll see how that goes. And then my shop gave away some extras that I didn't pay for. I don't know if these were like, if they bought these to give away for Free RPG Day, or if these were things that they were sent so they can't. This is all stuff by the Cantrip Cast. The first one is the Codex of Quests. It's for 5e. My group doesn't play a lot of 5e, but I've gotten really good at converting things like this for other systems. We do a lot of Savage Worlds, Savage Pathfinder, Pathfinder First Edition, as mentioned before. So it's easy to just take this, stuff like this, and just convert it. So I'm excited that I have this. It seems like it's a book of one-shots. It seems like it's everything from, like, going to, like, realms filled with, like, zombies and things like that to fighting space aliens. It talks about, going on adventures to do something as simple as getting milk. It says funny to epic adventures or a silly moment, then this book is for you. So you can see it's still sealed. I haven't opened it already yet. So the jury's out on this one. If this is something that people care a lot about or something that people like, I'm willing to open this up and share the contents on my channel here. Then the next book that I got, this is the same kind of stuff that I got for free. Was Benji's Guide to Rentuki Island, which it seems like a cutesy little 5e supplement. And these were all free with spending a certain amount at Free RPG Day. And this seems really, definitely interesting. And I don't do a lot of 5e, but this might be something that I can convince people to get back onto the table. And it also came with a GM screen for Rentuki Island. I had opened this up because my wife just started running games. She's been looking for a GM screen, and this is about the size she wanted. So we took a look at that. She might be using this. So I opened it up. It's your typical GM reference screen. And then the last thing they gave was a map of Rentuki Island. I haven't opened this yet. I don't know if I'm going to. I know I just talked about hanging up wall art. I don't know if this is something that's going to go on the wall. I really don't even know if we'll like Rentuki Island. It's cutesy, and like my wife likes cutesy, but I don't know about the rest of the group. So we'll see how that goes. So we're going to get into the rest of my picks. So my first pick is more of these Avatar dice. So last year I got the blue ones. These ones are white. For the Avatar, The Last Airbender role-playing game. And so these are... I can never say no to D6s, so... And the next thing that I got was a Illithid, Mind Flayer, whatever whatever your game calls this creature. For Baldur's Gate from WizKids. So this is an official WizKids miniature. I haven't taken it out of the package. I have to do a pile of shame to worry about opening this guy up and painting him. If that's something that you guys want to see, I'll paint him on the stream. I'll paint him on a stream, or I'll paint him on, a YouTube video. It doesn't really matter. Next, we're going to my book picks. So then my next pick was Shift. It seems really cool. So this is by Hit Point Press. It talks in here about a Kickstarter that will be the full rule book. But this seems like a very simple system. I just want to show this off. So it looks like it talks about rolling 1 through 3 as being the best. So therefore 12, are the worst dice. It seems really cool. It gives you a sci-fi setting. It gives you like a little taste of sci-fi in here to really get you started and get you up and running, which I like. I like sci-fi settings. I like, they got some cool artwork in here, stuff like this, little robot people. And then over here you have like some characters that look like they walked out of Adventure Time. And then you have your little bunny guy running from dice. It's really cool. Looks like a cute little game from this, but I'm always a big fan of generic systems. I like Savage Worlds. My wife just picked up the Quick Start for basic role playing. So I love stuff like this. And then next I got a co-op one. Wires in the Woods. It is by... It doesn't say on the front who it's by. It is by Critical Kit, it looks like. They're a UK-based company. It's really cool because it seems like, so it uses like things that we know, like tin cans, cassette tapes, headphones, television sets, floppy disks, skateboard, duct tape, as like the treasures that are like unknown and mystical. So like we can get a chuckle out of it as players, but our characters, which are like these little raccoon things, they look like raccoons with antlers. Jackalopes, maybe, I don't know. But this looks like a lot of fun. I mean, it looks like very simple to play. I mean, you don't even really have to fill anything out, it looks like. So that's a lot of fun too. And then the next thing that I picked up, this is by Objima. This is for Objima, published by 1985 Games. Great offering. It is another one-shot. They did one last year about finding mushrooms. I'm not sure what this one's about, but my wife likes cutesy stuff, and I don't mind cottagecore. I like cottagecore. I like Animal Crossing and that kind of stuff. So it has your typical, your nice, cute little bird people, things like that. It looks like it's a regular, just everyday setting. Going out, doing some mundane, like Studio Ghibli or some kind of quest like that. Which I don't mind. It's a nice break from fighting things, beating up baddies, things like that. And then a little brief overview of the Objima system, which I don't own, but it's something that I plan on picking up. So this has enough quick start to get going in it. So that's good too. The next one that I have is Dungeon Crawl Classics. I love OSR games. I'm more into basic fantasy, free rule set. Pay to print. I got the original book for free for 3rd edition, basic role play. But I wanted to try more out because I love this artwork. Like, look at that. How can you not love that old school Dungeons and Dragons artwork? This is a system I've never gotten to play though. I had a good friend of mine who purchased the full rule book. I mean, come on, look at that. Look at that. That's so cool. I love this kind of stuff. This is one I could just flip through and just look at artwork all day long. Whoever did the art on this, you did amazing. Like, come on, that is awesome. So I'm excited to play this. This is by Goodman Games. Everybody knows about DCC. I hope everyone knows about DCC. So it looks like it has a one-shot in it too, and some rule tables and that kind of stuff. So this is gonna be a lot of fun. I can't wait to get these quick start rules on the table. This next one is a game that my group had been playing for a while on our off weeks. It's a very fun system to play. It's something that we all at the table that we all really like. The next one is the Marvel Multiverse role playing game. This is a Thunderbolt themed one shot, and it also has a lot of previews for the upcoming Avengers expansion. Right now they have out Cataclysm of Kang campaign book. Then they have X-Men and Spider-Verse and a core rule book, and a one-shot quick guide. Deadpool kills the Marvel, or Deadpool role plays Marvel Universe again, based off the Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe style comics. If you're a comic fan, you know about it. But this game, ton of fun. Highly recommend it. I highly recommend the core rule book. The 616 system is really cool. It's 3d6. Add them together. One on your middle die is considered to be a critical no matter what, even if you fail the check, which is really cool, giving you a critical on a fail. But this is something I can't wait to get to the table. Haven't seen the new Thunderbolts movie, but I like the Thunderbolts enough to want to, you know. Our last one is The Expanse. I have not read the books by James S.A. Corey. I'm just reading too many books at this time. But this was always an RPG book that I always walk by on the shelf and I'm like, that looks like it could be a lot of fun. And they just relaunched the game, it looks like, with a new Transport Unit Edition. Focuses on a different timeline, is what the back of this says. This is published by this is published by Green Ronin Publishing. Big name in the gaming industry. But it uses the Age system, which is a 3d6 system, is all I really know about it. I've never played it, but it seems really cool. It looks like it's quick start rules and a one shot, so I can't wait to be able to get this on the table. You know, it seems like a simple system to play, and I love that. I love a nice simple system, and that really covers everything for Free RPG Day 2025. Hope you guys can get out to the store, get the things that you need. Support your local game stores. That's important right now. You know, you can go buy things at Walmart or Target or Amazon, but that doesn't keep the little guys in business. That doesn't give you a place to play. But that's another video for another day. And on that note, keep the dice rolling.